Okay, so we're going to fill in the information that we just solved on our weight of state birds. So I know that 1 pound is 16 ounces, 3 pounds is 48, 5 pounds is 80 ounces, 10 pounds is 160, a half of a pound is 8 ounces, 1/8 of a pound is 2 ounces, 1/4 of a pound is 4 ounces, and 3/4 of a pound is 12 ounces. So now we're going to solve each number story using drawings or equations to show how you found your answer. So 2, the yellowhammer is the state bird of Alabama. A yellowhammer weighs 1/4 of a pound. What is the weight of 6 yellowhammers? So I could write this as a number model, which would be 6 times 1/4, and we would get 6/4, or 1 and 1. Oh, sorry. It would be or 1 and 2/4, which also could be written as 1 and 1/2. So 6 yellowhammers weighs 1 and 1/2 of a pound. Is that more or less than 30 ounces? So now we're going to take 1 and 1/2 and we're going to change it to ounces. So I know that 1 pound is 16 ounces, plus if I look at my chart, I know a half a pound is 8 ounces, and I would get 24, and I know that 24 is less than 30 ounces, because remember they asked us if it was less than or greater than 30 ounces, and we know that it is less. Let's look at 3. What is the combined weight? So I'm going to highlight that because that means we're adding. Combined weight of 3 4 and 3/8 pound ninis from Hawaii and 2 7 and 5/8 pounds brown pelicans from Louisiana. So I'm going to write the numbers on top of here so we don't forget that you have multiple birds. So you have to do a few things. First, we have to figure out each combined weight of the type of bird, and then we have to add them together. I'm going to do my work down here so we have more room, and then I'll erase it. So here are the ninis. So I'm going to put an N for a nini. So we have 3 ninis, and they each weigh 4 and 3/8. So that means that I'm going to split apart this mixed number, just like we did in earlier lessons about how to multiply whole numbers by mixed numbers. So it's 3 times 4 and 3/8. So really, this would look like 3 times parentheses 4 plus 3/8, and then you multiply 3 times 4, and then add that to 3 times 3/8. Actually, let me zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I know that 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 times 3/8 is 9/8, which I can also write as 1 and 1/8. And I add them together and I get 13 and 1/8. So now I know that the ninis weigh 13 and 1/8 pound for 3 of them. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it for the brown pelicans. So there's 2 brown pelicans, and they each weigh 7 and 5/8 pound. So I'm going to rewrite this to 2 times 7 plus 5/8. Don't forget your parentheses, they're very important. So 2 times 7 plus 2 times 5/8. And I'm actually going to go up here. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 2 times 5/8. I know 2 times 5 is 10, and my denominator stays the same. I can rewrite 10/8 as 1 and 2/8. So you get 15 and 2/8. So now I'm going to add those together. And you are left with 28, because 13 plus 15 is 28. 1/8 plus 2/8 is 3/8. Okay, so let's erase my work so I have room to do number 4. Which weighs more? 5 7/8 pound Greater Roadrunners from New Mexico, or 4 1 1/8 pound Ruffled Grouse, I think is how you say that, from Pennsylvania. So, oh, sorry guys, I just dropped my charger. So we have to do multiplication just like we did in the last problem. So let's figure out how much the Roadrunners weigh first. So there's 5 times 7/8. Well, I know that 5 times 7 is 35, and the denominator stays the same. 35/8. What is a multiple of 8 that gives you close to 35? Well, I know 4 times 8 is 32. So 35 minus 32, you're left with 3/8. So that's how much the Roadrunner weighs. 5 Roadrunners weigh 4 3/8 pounds. Now let's figure out how much the Pennsylvania state bird weighs. So there's 4 times 1 1/8. So there's a whole number times a mixed number. So we have to do what we did in the last problem and break 1 1/8 apart. So I'm going to rewrite this as 4 times 1 plus 1/8. And then you do 4 times 1. Remember, parentheses, you can't forget them here. Plus 4 times 1/8. And 4 times 1 is 4 plus 4/8, which would be 4 4/8. So 4 3/8, the Roadrunners, and then 4 4/8, which is the state bird from Pennsylvania, which weighs more? Well, 4 Ruffled Grouse, which I think is how you say that, but I could be mispronouncing that, so that's something if you want to look that up, let Miss Mold know about it. And by how many more ounces? Well, the 4s are the same, and there's a difference of 4/8 minus 3/8, which would give me 1/8, and I know that 1/8 is 2 ounces. Okay, guys, watch the next video for your math boxes.